This is the imperial crown, the most important of the regalia, used during the coronation of the rulers of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yesterday, as you noticed, we didn't do exactly what we had planned to do. We didn't do the walking tour. We didn't do the Prater either. The reason being, we were both exhausted. It was a very long travel day. I passed out. Once we checked into the room at about 2 o'clock, I flopped on the bed. I was out for a good 3 hours. Forced ourselves to get up, went out for a quick dinner. Neither one of us were all that hungry either, but we had to force ourselves to eat. And then we basically forced ourselves to stay awake as long as we could, so we went for a bit of a walk. Was in no mood for filming, so I didn't. But today is a new day. We're both feeling awake and refreshed. And it's gonna start off with breakfast. And then on tap for today, we have a walking tour. And we're probably gonna check out the Imperial Treasury Museum. It's supposed to rain today, but we'll see. Hoping it'll clear up a little bit. Anyways, let's go on to breakfast. Alright, so we're here at the walking tour. We've checked in. It's absolutely pouring, so I'm gonna do this from my cell phone. I really don't want to bring out my camera in this rain. As you can see, it is a complete downpour. The walking tour goes on rain or shine though, so it's not gonna be canceled. Yeah, we'll make the best of it. So we were just told that apparently it is more of a socialist system here in Vienna, in Austria. And everyone gets a minimum of, I think it was 900 euros per month. Just if they don't have a job, you need money, the government will give you 900 euros per month. And the average rent is about 600 euros per month. And that's because I guess the state owns all these buildings, so they set the prices. And about 80% of people here in Vienna rent. Amazing, amazing system. You can see why this is the most livable city in the world. So we're here for lunch at Cafe Central. A year ago with Rishi and Minnie, we came here at night and had some desserts and coffee. This year, Alecia and I are here for lunch, so we're gonna have a small meal, Viennese coffee, and let's enjoy. So for lunch, I got the Vienna potato soup and a little bit of bread. Let's dig in. Very good. It's very rich. I definitely recommend it though. So after an excellent lunch at Cafe Central, we are now headed off to the Imperial Treasury. So we're back at the Hofburg. This is supposedly where the Imperial Treasury is. We were here last year and I think we did the apartment tour and all of it was dishes. So we're gonna try to find the Imperial Treasury here. Hopefully we can find it.
The crown is a masterpiece of European goldsmith work. Emperor Rudolf called a goldsmith from Antwerp, Jan Vermeyen, to his court in Prague, especially for this commission. This is the Austrian imperial mantle. It is made of red velvet, liberally decorated with gold embroidery. The design is best seen from the side. It depicts double-headed eagles surmounted by an imperial crown. The mantle's broad border is decorated with embroidered oak and laurel leaves. The original ermine collar was eaten by moths and had to be removed in 1874. The one on show now dates from the 1950s. In 1815, after the defeat of Napoleon, the Congress of Vienna redrew the map of Europe. Austria was awarded those northern Italian provinces that were to make up the Kingdom of Lombardy and Venetia. Though organized like a modern state, the outer trappings of this newly created country were still inspired by the pageantry of medieval kingdoms. This is also noticeable in the different motifs decorating these coronation vestments. This is the coronation mantle. The reliquary cross of King Louis the Great of Hungary dates from the second half of the 14th century. Note the fragments of wood visible beneath the panelled rock crystal. They were venerated as particles from the true cross. The ends of the cross are decorated with jewels and the coat of arms of King Louis the Great of Hungary. As Louis was a scion of the House of Anjou-Naples, the combined coat of arms of Hungary-Anjou have been rendered 5 times. This statuette of St. Joseph dates from the early 17th century. It is one of the most unusual works produced by the goldsmiths of Augsburg. The artist has depicted the saint not as a revered object of devotion, but as a simple craftsman, adding numerous narrative details.
The Italian word tempietto means small temple or pavilion. Here it denotes the ebony canopy. The strangely mannered ivory figure depicts Christ as the man of sorrows, with a worn and suffering expression. For a long time, the figure's stylistic peculiarities made it difficult to date and determine its place of origin. Its slender proportions, narrow shoulders, round belly, and rounded hips are all characteristics of a late Gothic man of sorrows, dating from the late 15th century. This is one of the most famous reliquaries in the ecclesiastical treasury. The almond-shaped glass repository displays the nail that was believed to have nailed Christ's right hand to the cross. In addition, the Emperor Constantine was said to have worn this nail on his helmet after his conversion to Christianity. This is claimed in a document in which Pope Innocent II testifies that he certified the nail.
The Holy Lance was long considered the most important imperial relic. Over the centuries, it has frequently been reinterpreted. It is in fact a Carolingian lance dating from the 8th century.
Veneration of relics of the True Cross dates back to the Roman Emperor Constantine in the 4th century AD. His mother, the Empress Helen, is said to have discovered in Jerusalem the cross on which Jesus died. Later, 3 large pieces of this cross were believed to have been brought to Constantinople. They denoted the elevated status of the Byzantine emperor and documented his role as Christ's lieutenant. Over the centuries, the Byzantines looked down on the German emperors because they did not own such an unequivocal sign of their legitimacy. To acquire and possess a particle of the true cross as large as this one was an outstanding achievement for the rulers of the Holy Roman Empire. In the Holy Roman Empire, the veneration of relics played an important role. Relics were not only venerated, but could also become decisive factors of power. They emphasized the sacred character of kingship and the empire. Whoever owned valuable relics possessed legitimization for his authority. Around 1350, under Charles IV, the veneration of relics reached new heights. Some of the relics displayed here were given to Charles IV by the Pope. Note the golden oblong container encrusted with precious stones and pearls displayed at the front. It is said to contain a fragment of the manger of Bethlehem. Note the depiction of the Christ child lying in the manger, above what was believed to be the fragment of the manger visible beneath the opened lid. Now look at the 2 reliquaries on the pedestal at the back. The one on the left was believed to contain a fragment of Christ's loincloth. The right one a fragment of the tablecloth used at the Last Supper. Both reliquaries were commissioned by the city of Nuremberg around 1518. As Nuremberg was the custodian of the imperial regalia, an annual ceremony took place there. During this ceremony, which also helped to raise large amounts of money for the city's coffers, all imperial relics and insignia were displayed to the public.
So we just got out of the Imperial Treasury. It's quite interesting. A lot of important relics and very expensive items. So now we're heading off to the Imperial Crypt. Well, we just came from the Imperial Crypt. It really is a cemetery for the Habsburg family from the Habsburg dynasty. They asked for no videos inside. Now I suppose we're gonna head back to the hostel, drop off some of the souvenirs we bought, and then head out for dinner. Dinner time in Vienna. Let's try a brewery. Wiener Schnitzel, Kartoffel salad, potato salad. First bite of the Wiener Schnitzel. It's very good. Nice and crispy. Hot. Very good. Definitely recommend this. And we washed it down with a nice beer. Refreshing. Well, we just finished dinner at the Seven Stern Brewery. Alecia enjoyed her chili and beer. I enjoyed my schnitzel and beer. So I'm gonna cut the vlog now for today. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And I will see you guys in the morning. So we're standing outside the Capuchin Church. Looks like there's a bit of a service going on inside. Let's check it out. Is this really a problem? They have beer vending machines.